It never seems to fail that whether you break up with a narc or it's them who decides they're ready to move on, it's no time before they literally really move on. So how is it they can move on so quickly? In this video, I'll be talking about the narc's selection process for choosing someone new and how it seems they can glide so effortlessly from one relationship to the very next. People who are highly narcissistic have extremely short attention spans when it comes to other people. They can go on and on about themselves, what they're doing, what they've accomplished, the awards, the accolades, all the gloating, all the talking. But when it comes to you, they really can't be bothered for very long. This is incredibly apparent once you move from the love bombing phase of the relationship into the devaluing part of the cycle. During love bombing, they feign interest in you all day long. They want to know everything about you. But once they've collected the data that they feel they need, that's it. That's all they really need and nothing more. Furthermore, narcs only really enjoy the love bombing phase when you're texting, calling them 1,000,000 times a day, and falling head over heels in love with them. And then the drama. That's really about it. Nothing will ever be calm and peaceful with a narcissist. Everything is at a 10 all the time, and it's how it stays. They need to be adored and praised while also engaging in all of their drama. And with this short attention span, it doesn't take long at all before you become amazingly boring to them. They've learned what they need to know. The honeymoon's over. You went from boiling over to a small simmer. They've got you hooked, and now they're quite meh, really, about all of this. And once you move into the devaluing stage of the relationship, the narcissist is seeking your replacement, or at least looking elsewhere for some attention and supply on the side. One person is never going to be enough, especially when they get bored faster than a 4-year-old. What's wild about this is even though they become tired of the routine, bored of you, and aloof to most situations, they still need your supply. They still need what you provide. So there's no breakup right there in the moment. First, they need to find a new person. And I'll just use my own experience as the example throughout this video. I was in my relationship for just over 18 months. So we're talking about 1.5 years. And transparently, after 3 months, my devaluing began. So simple math here, that leaves 15 months where this person was looking for secondary supply and of course also looking for my direct replacement as a primary source. Primaries are very hard to come by because they're usually taking care of housing, financials, and other really important things for the narcissist. So for 15 months, the narc I was dealing with wasn't really into me at all. I was a list of goods and services, no more and no less. And this is where the harem comes into play. Between social media, dating apps, co-workers, complete randos, exes, and so on, narcs have access to hundreds and thousands of potential other sources to choose from. This person had social media, dating apps, the whole nine. I discovered the friends count on Facebook rising steadily as they went through every person they went to high school with and started adding them just for more people to poke and browse through. Every narcissist has a harem, rest assured. It might not be 1,000 people, no, but there are backups and backups for the backups. If you'd like to talk with me one-on-one and take advantage of my counseling and coaching sessions, you can visit jess-stanley.square.site to take a look at the services I offer and set up an appointment to talk with me. To book sessions with me directly, you can shoot an email to bookachatwithjess@gmail.com. This leads me to putting all of these points together. In my case, like I said, for 15 months, this person was totally over me. I was boring to them. I was a pain in the ass, but still providing some support and supply. So I wasn't completely worthless yet. Because of the harem they created, they were able to effortlessly choose dozens of new people to connect or reconnect with. And that's exactly what this person did on the low, of course. This harem helps them find people. And then, of course, we have to talk about monkey branching. And it's a name for what happens where they pick up with somebody new, they get their new source, begin texting them, testing, love bombing, seeing what works and what doesn't, of course, before they dissolve the old relationship. They're kind of on one branch over here and on one branch over here. They're figuring out what works. They're running a smear campaign on us, if they're telling other people about us at all. They begin to sift and sort through people, to see who works best and where. So, with all of that being said, the question here is how? How can they just so quickly and easily walk away from us and boom, into a new relationship? Well, like in my situation, they were so over me. I was there, but I wasn't even looked at like a girlfriend, especially in the last few months where contact had dwindled as, of course, they were on the hunt and looking for other supply. Think about how long you've been with this person. Let's just say like 5 years. And let's say you got 6 months of good love bombing. So the narcissist has really been over the relationship for 4.5 years. This is part of why it is so easy for them to leave. They've been over you for months or over a year, like with me, or in some cases, they haven't cared at all for years, multiple years. When you're not invested and it's basically a friendship with benefits, and by the way, they're the only ones who get the benefits, you can see how it's very easy for them to make the jump. Of course, add into the mix the fact that they monkey branch. They start the new relationship again before dissolving the old one. So there's already somebody new, somebody exciting, something all fantastical. So let's just say they've been over you for 2 years and then here comes this new person. Yeah, it's pretty easy for them to make that leap. I'm not saying it's smart. I'm just saying it's easy for them. For days, weeks, months before things end, they've already met this person. Texting, talking every day. Maybe they've gone on dates or even more together. It can be a whole thing. I was discarded mid-November. I'm sure my replacement was found around the end of September, beginning of October, because that's when contact dwindled to nothing really more than a whisper. All relationships are different, of course, but they're over you long before they move on. In most cases, your replacement is already chosen. Even if you walk away unexpectedly and they have to scramble, the harem just speeds up the process. They might not be happy with their selection, particularly if they have to choose in a hurry, but a selection can be made fairly quickly nonetheless. There's plenty to choose from. More importantly, though, beyond them being bored of you for a lifetime before they move on, who cares? Despite the fact they have people to choose from out the ass, and it's just like pulling a random number from a hat like it's a raffle. None of that really matters. The whole point here is highly toxic, highly narcissistic people do not have emotional connections and emotional ties to other people. Narcs have very warped, skewed ideas on love. And as far as real love, that is a very scary idea to them. They don't want to open up, get close, and have those moments of intimacy and vulnerability. I don't necessarily want to say that they have no desire to connect, but to do so is just too scary for them. They feel as if the consequences are just too high. These are very fear-based people, very shame-based people. They fear judgment, they fear connection, yet they fear abandonment, yet they fear commitment. I mean, it's really a conundrum of a person happening in here. But that's why everything with these people is shallow, basic, superficial, and surface level. And then there's just mind tricks that make us feel like we're more deeply connected with them than we really are. And that's why it hurts. That's why it hurts us, because we invest. Our emotions are true. The love that we have is real. We go all in. And that's why it hurts when they move on so fast. But a narcissist simply does not. They never really engaged and connected emotionally to begin with. They've been over it for so long. Here comes something shiny and new, and it's just a hop, skip, and a jump on to the next. And when they have the disorder and they have the wants and the needs, they're going to keep moving forward. Thank you so much for listening today. Let me know what you think about narcs quickly moving on with the new supply down in the comments. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.